You know, so I was thinking the name Garfunkel really isn't used that much. It's a great name, Garfunkel. Oh, hey, speaking of that, Simon and Garfunkel, we're going to do the song The Sounds of Silence in this week's Strum It video. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we'll take a look at the chords like we always do. Now first, you need a capo at the 6th fret, so it's pretty high up there. And so the chords I'm going to refer to are the shapes of the chords, not the sounds of the chords. So what I mean by that is the first one is going to look like A minor, but it's not really A minor. So to get that, we just have the first finger way up here on the 7th fret, and then the next 2 fingers come up here. So it looks just like an A minor chord, but with the capo. That's our first one. The next chord is G major relative to the capo. Then we have F major, C major, and then one more chord we have C/B, and all we do for that, move the index finger over one string and bring the 3rd finger back behind it. All right, so next up, let's take a look at the strumming pattern. Now, there's a couple different ways you can strum this. The first one is just to do 8th notes the whole way through. So that would be something like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The way I like to do it, however, is quarter it on the first beat and then 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you should know there's a couple spots where you just hold the chord out, 2, 3, 4, that kind of a thing. And there are a couple spots where it switches to 2/4 time. So as we go through that, I'll mention where those are so that you can follow along. So let's go ahead and get started. At the beginning, of course, we have that opening riff. We're not going to get into that right now, but then once, right before the singing starts, we have that first A minor chord. You need to do 2, 3, 4. And then it's Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. On the word friend is where you start strumming the G chord. Friend, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Switch to A minor. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. In the next measure, you do half F, half C. So we do F, 1, 2 and, switch to C, 3 and 4 and. Then a full measure of C. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Back to F, 1, 2 and, back to C, 3 and 4 and. At that point, it switches to 2/4 time. So we have a C chord in 2/4 time, 1 and 2 and. Then we switch back to F. That F lasts for 2 full measures following the original strum pattern in 4/4 time. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then in this measure we go C for the first half, 1, 2 and, C over B, 3 and 4 and, ending on the A minor. Then we switch back to 2/4 time for 1 measure. Then back to the G for 4/4 time. And then finally the A minor. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and chord. Then there's a break. The vocals come in, and then you do that whole thing again. Now as the song progresses, you basically follow that format. There are a couple of places later on in the song where there's some variations, but for the most part, with what I just showed you there, you'll be able to strum along with the Sounds of Silence. So to finish up, I'm going to play through the whole example so that you can see how it all fits together. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go, that's how you strum that. So if you need some help understanding how this capo works, definitely check out the book you see behind me here, Guitar Chord Master 2. It helps you make sense of that capo. Plus, you learn a whole lot of really cool sounding chords in that one. So check it out at themissingmethod.com.